Welcome back to my channel, US Rare Coins News, Top 1. Today we are talking about a coin that most people only dream about holding, the 2000 P Gold $1. Imagine a coin smaller than your thumb, made of real gold, and worth hundreds, sometimes even over $1,000 at auction. $1 in face value, but a collector's treasure in reality. If you have ever wondered how much a modern gold coin can be worth, stick around. I'm going to show you what makes the 2000 P Gold $1 special, the rare features collectors look for, interesting mint errors, and at the end, the real market value so you'll know exactly what it's worth. Let's start with the coin itself. On the front, you see President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. Around him, the inscriptions read United States of America and In God We Trust. The date 2000 is clearly marked, and just above it, the P Mint mark shows it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The details are crisp, with the facial features and clothing finely defined in the small gold surface. Flip it over. On the reverse, you'll see the classic Liberty design. A bald eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch sits prominently, a symbol of peace and strength. $1 is inscribed at the bottom, and E pluribus unum stretches along the edge. The golden surface has a warm luster that catches light beautifully. This is what makes gold coins so visually striking. Here's what surprises most people: the 2000 P Gold $1 wasn't made for circulation. It was a collector's coin, struck in limited numbers. That means while millions of modern coins are common, these gold dollars were produced in much smaller quantities, making them rare by design. Most were kept in protective cases, meaning pristine examples are extremely scarce, and that's just the beginning. There are also errors and varieties that collectors hunt for. Some coins show slight doubling on the lettering, while others have tiny die cracks or imperfections on the eagle's wings. Even subtle differences in the finish can significantly affect value. Now let's talk market value, because that's where it gets exciting. A typical 2000 P Gold $1 in brilliant uncirculated condition can sell for around $200 to $300. Coins that are graded higher by professional services, with exceptional luster and no blemishes, can easily reach $500 or more. Some rare varieties or coins with minor minting errors have sold for over $1,000 at auction, and here's a fun fact collectors love: gold coins like this one are measured not just by their rarity, but by their aesthetic appeal. Light plays differently on gold than on silver or nickel, so the way the coin catches the eye can dramatically increase its desirability. That's why close-up shots showing the luster, the eagle's feathers, and the fine details are crucial when you're evaluating or showcasing the coin. If you have a moment, grab a magnifying glass and look at your own coins. Do the details stand out sharply? Are the inscriptions crisp? Even small imperfections can tell a story about how the coin was struck and handled. Now it's your turn. Do you own a 2000 P Gold $1, or another gold coin from this series? Which coin would you love to add to your collection, one with a perfect strike or a rare mint error? Share your discoveries in the comments, because collectors love comparing notes. The 2000 P Gold $1 proves that even in the modern era, coins can hold incredible value. It's not just about the gold content, it's about rarity, condition, and the story the coin tells. Top 2. Today we are talking about a coin that could completely change the way you look at a single dollar, the 2000 D Gold $1. At first glance, it's just a small gold coin, but some of these have sold for over $1,000 at auction. $1 in face value, but a collector's dream in reality. If you've ever wondered how a modern coin can be so valuable, stay with me. I'm going to show you what makes the 2000 D Gold $1 special, why collectors hunt for it, the rare errors that can skyrocket its price, and at the end, the real market value so you know what you might be holding. Let's start with the coin itself. On the front, you'll see President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. United States of America and In God We Trust curve along the edges. The date, 2000, is displayed clearly, and just above it, the D Mint mark shows this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The details on his face, suit, and hair are incredibly sharp, even on such a small coin. Flip it over. The reverse features the classic Liberty design. A bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch dominates the center, symbolizing both strength and peace. $1 is inscribed at the bottom, while E pluribus unum stretches across the middle. The warm gold surface catches light beautifully, showing off the intricate details of the eagle and branches. B-roll of the coin slowly rotating under light would show off its luster perfectly here. Here's what makes this coin truly remarkable. Unlike circulated coins, the 2000 D gold dollar was made specifically for collectors. The Denver Mint produced these in limited numbers. That means pristine examples are extremely rare. Most coins were kept in protective cases, so finding one with perfect detail outside a collection is unusual, and rarity isn't the only thing that drives value. Some coins from this series show minor minting errors, slight doubling on the lettering, tiny die cracks across the surface, or even minor strike variations. While small errors might only increase value slightly, dramatic ones, combined with perfect condition, can push the price much higher. Now let's talk numbers. A typical 2000 D gold dollar in brilliant uncirculated condition can sell for around $200 to $300. Coins graded higher by professional grading services, with exceptional luster and no blemishes, can easily reach $500. Rare examples with significant mint errors or perfect strike quality have been sold at auction for over $1,000. That's a big jump for a coin with a face value of just $1. Here's a collector's tip: when evaluating gold dollars, always check the surface for luster and sharpness of detail. Look closely at the eagle's feathers, the letters, and the texture around the date and mint mark. Even tiny imperfections can tell you a lot about how the coin was struck and handled. Close-up shots and rotating the coin under bright light are the best ways to see these details. Now I want to ask you, do you own a 2000 D gold dollar or any gold coin from this series? Which coin would you love to add to your collection, a flawless example or one with a rare mint error? Share your thoughts in the comments. Collectors love seeing what others have discovered. The 2000 D gold dollar shows that even modern coins can be unexpectedly valuable. It's not just the gold content, it's the rarity, the condition, and the story behind the coin that makes it special. Top 3. Today we are looking at a coin that most people would pass over without a second thought, but in the right hands, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The 1825 to 1829 gold $1 isn't just money, it's history you can hold in your hand. Imagine a single coin from nearly 200 years ago surviving perfectly, and being so rare that collectors will pay serious money for it. If you've ever wondered how early American coins became collector treasures, stick around. I'm going to show you what makes the 1825 to 1829 gold dollar special, the rare features and errors that can skyrocket its value, and at the end, the real market prices so you know what this coin could fetch today. Let's start with what you actually see on the coin. On the front, called the obverse, you'll notice Lady Liberty facing left. Her hair is tied back, and her profile is surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies. At the bottom, the date is engraved, either 1825, 1826, 1827, 1828, or 1829, depending on the coin. The details are delicate, finely struck, and the gold surface catches light in a way modern coins just can't replicate. A slow panning close-up here would really show off the luster and intricate design. Turn the coin over, and the reverse features a small eagle, sometimes standing or seated depending on the type, clutching arrows and an olive branch. The words United States of America arc along the edge, and $1 is stamped prominently below. Early minting techniques weren't perfect, so small variations in the eagle's wings, the letters, and the edge can make one coin dramatically more valuable than another. B-roll rotating the coin would highlight these tiny differences for viewers. Now here's what makes this coin truly remarkable: gold dollars from this era were minted in extremely limited numbers. Survival rates are low because these coins were used in everyday transactions, melted down, or lost over time. That means even a worn coin can be rare, and a well-preserved example is incredibly scarce. Collectors also hunt for errors and varieties. Some coins have slight doubling on letters, misaligned dies, or small planchet flaws. Others show striking anomalies where the relief is unusually deep or uneven. Each variation tells a story about the early U.S. Mint and how coins were produced almost 200 years ago. Let's talk about market value, because this is where things get exciting. Even circulated 1825 to 1829 gold dollars can fetch several $1,000s at auction. Coins in uncirculated or near-perfect condition often sell for tens of thousands of dollars. Exceptional examples, especially with rare dye varieties or flawless surfaces, have been sold for over $100,000. Every coin tells a story, and collectors are willing to pay for history preserved in gold. Here's a tip: if you ever come across one, look closely at the date, the stars, and the eagle's details. Tiny scratches, wear, or slight variations in the strike make a huge difference in value. Professional grading is almost always necessary to determine its true market worth. Now I want to ask you, do you own any coins from the early 1800s? Which coin would you love to add to your collection? A rare date, a flawless strike, or an unusual minting error? Share your thoughts in the comments. Collectors love comparing finds and spotting rare varieties together. The 1825 to 1829 gold $1 proves that coins are more than money. They are history, art, and stories you can hold in your hand. Condition, rarity, and small details make all the difference, and even a tiny gold coin can carry enormous value. Top 4. Today we are looking at a coin that might make you rethink what a single dollar can be worth, the 2010 D Gold $1. At first glance, it's a small, shiny coin, but some of these have sold for hundreds of dollars, and in rare cases, over $1,000, all because of condition, rarity, and a few tiny details most people miss. If you've ever wondered how a modern coin could suddenly become a collector's treasure, stick around. I'm going to show you what makes the 2010 D Gold $1 special, the rare features and minting quirks collectors hunt for, and at the end, the real market prices so you'll know what it could fetch today. Let's start by taking a close look at the coin itself. On the front, or obverse, you'll see President Dwight D. Eisenhower facing left. His facial features, suit, and hair are sharply detailed, especially on these gold coins. Around the edge, United States of America and In God We Trust are clearly inscribed. The date, 2010, sits at the bottom, with a small D mint mark just above it, showing it was struck at the Denver Mint. A slow, rotating close-up would really show the luster and fine lines that make these coins so visually appealing. Flip it over, and the reverse is just as stunning. The design features the classic eagle with arrows and an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing strength and peace. $1 is stamped at the bottom, and E pluribus unum stretches across the middle. The warm gold surface reflects light beautifully, highlighting the details in the feathers, the wings, and the lettering. A close-up B-roll shot here would really let viewers see the coin's quality and finish. Here's why collectors love this coin. Unlike regular circulating coins, the 2010 D Gold $1 was minted for collectors in limited numbers. That makes well-preserved examples rare, especially in perfect uncirculated condition. Most coins from this series were kept in protective cases, but a few have escaped into the hands of everyday collectors, which makes finding one in top condition a real thrill. And there are also minting quirks that add value. Some 2010 D Gold $1 show slight doubling on the letters, tiny die cracks, or uneven strikes. While small, these differences can push the price higher, especially when combined with excellent condition. Even subtle variations in luster or surface quality can make one coin significantly more desirable than another. Now let's talk numbers. A standard 2010 D Gold $1 in brilliant uncirculated condition typically sells for around $200 to $300. Coins graded higher, with exceptional luster and no blemishes, can reach $500 or more. Rare examples with significant minting errors have sold for over $1,000 at auction. For a coin with a face value of $1, that's quite a jump. Here's a simple tip for collectors: look closely at the coin under bright light. Check the eagle's feathers, the letters, and the relief on the obverse. Even tiny imperfections or exceptional detail can tell you a lot about its rarity and value. Rotating the coin and capturing the luster in video or photos is one of the best ways to spot high-quality examples. Now I want to ask you, do you own a 2010 D Gold $1 or another gold coin from this series? Would you prefer a flawless, perfectly struck example, or a rare coin with a minting error? Share your finds and thoughts in the comments, because collectors love seeing what others discover. The 2010 D Gold $1 proves that even modern coins can be surprisingly valuable. It's not just the gold content, its condition, rarity, and the story behind the coin that makes it special. Top 5. Today we are talking about a coin that could make any collector stop in their tracks, the 1865 to 1869 gold $1. Imagine holding a piece of history minted over 150 years ago, tiny yet solid gold, and with the power to sell for thousands of dollars today. $1 in face value, but in the collector's market, it's priceless. That if you've ever wondered how a small coin could carry such historical weight and financial value, stick with me. I'm going to show you what makes the 1865 to 1869 gold dollar so rare, the unique features collectors look for, and at the end, the real market prices, so you'll know exactly what this coin could fetch. Let's start with the coin itself. On the front, or obverse, you'll see Lady Liberty facing left. Her hair is tied with a ribbon, her profile sharp and well-defined even after more than a century. Around her, the words United States of America and In God We Trust curve along the edge, and the date, anywhere from 1865 to 1869, is clearly visible at the bottom. A slow close-up panning over the coin would highlight the warm gold luster and intricate details of her face and hair. Flip it over, and the reverse features a small but powerful eagle design. The eagle clutches arrows and an olive branch, representing both readiness and peace. $1 is inscribed at the bottom, and E pluribus unum stretches along the top edge. Even tiny scratches or die marks can make a big difference in value, so B-roll rotating the coin under light would really show the textures and depth. Here's what makes this coin truly special. Gold dollars from 1865 to 1869 were minted in limited numbers. They were used in daily commerce, melted down, or lost over time. That means surviving coins are rare, and pristine examples are extremely scarce. A coin that still shows sharp details and minimal wear can easily stand out in the collector market. Collectors also hunt for minting anomalies. Some coins have slight doubling on the lettering, tiny die cracks, or irregularities in the eagle's wings. Others show variations in the finish or relief. Each variation tells a story about how coins were made in the mid-19th century, before modern minting technology. Now let's talk market value, because this is where it gets exciting. A circulated 1865 to 1869 gold dollar can sell for several $1,000s. Coins in near-perfect, uncirculated condition often reach tens of thousands. And rare examples with significant minting errors or flawless surfaces have sold at auction for over $50,000. Every coin is a piece of history, and collectors are willing to pay for that story preserved in gold. Here's a tip for anyone who wants to evaluate these coins: look closely at the date, the stars, and the eagle's feathers. Small differences in strike, luster, or surface marks can dramatically change the value. Professional grading is almost always necessary to verify authenticity and determine true market price. Close-up videos or rotating shots under good light will reveal the details that matter most. Now I want to ask you, do you own any coins from the 1800s? Which coin would you love to add to your collection, a rare date, a mint error, or a perfectly preserved piece? Share your thoughts in the comments, because collectors love seeing what others have discovered. The 1865 to 1869 gold $1 is proof that coins aren't just currency, they're history, art, and treasure all rolled into one. Condition, rarity, and small details make all the difference, and even a tiny coin can carry enormous value. If you enjoyed this look at the 1865 to 1869 gold dollar and want to see more hidden treasures, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. The next rare coin waiting to be discovered could already be in your collection.